What's it?
Honorable ministers.
Why is it policy? Somebody can crowd.
It's original. Hey. Okay, so go ahead.
Honorable Minister, Honorable Ministers, you are welcome to the Suame interchange and local roads project. I start with the local roads component. With the local roads project, we are looking at 5 different activities. The first activity is the widening of the Offensu Road into a 2x3 dual carriageway. And then we have 3 overpasses, Anomanji, Tafu Macro, and Abusuakurua overpasses. Then we also have 15 kilometers of local roads. All the 15 kilometers of local roads have been completed and handed over to government. Currently, they are in use. And the overall progress, as I speak, is 87% for the second component. So what we have here are pictures to show you some of the works that we have done. With the widening of the Offensu Road, we can see some of the activities that have been taken. This is a base course being spread by a paver. And let me take you through some of the project information. Okay. So the project will be completing on the 31st of October 2026, and the contractor has assured us that by 31st of October, this project will be completed.
Which section?
The whole of the local roads component, that is component 2, will be completed, and including all the overpasses, and handed over to government. So we have the Anomanji overpass that is within this section.
Where are we?
We are at Macro. We are on top of the Macro overpass. This picture shows us is a section of the Anomanji overpass. Just beside over here, we want to thank the Suame Municipal Assembly for the assistance they gave us and in removing about 4 structures that were within the right of way without any resistance from the PAPs. So these are so at Anomanji. This is the slip on the Anomanji overpass, and this is some of the bituminous activities that also went on. So these are still pictures of the Anomanji, and this is part of the widening of the Offensu Road. You can see that the asphalt binder activities are ongoing over here. Honorable, let me draw your attention to some of the challenges that we have been facing on the project. Currently, we still have 2 structures that have to go in order that the contractor can have space to do the work. And as you can see, a work that the contractor has completed. We still have some recalcitrant artisans who will deliberately, without any care, destroy these works that the contractor has done. And this repeatedly keeps on and on and on. And the contractor has to come back to reinstate them. They slow the pace of the works and make the work very, very difficult for the contractor. We have engaged the Suame Municipal Assembly as well as the police but to very little avail.
And maybe just to add, you see, even after concreting, deliberately people go and step on the the concrete that has not hardened. Then you go around, you see a lot of footsteps on concrete, and that is something that we are dealing with, currently on the site. And then, as you mentioned, if you go, you find out that they are working on the asphalt road, spilling diesel, oils, and everything, and that will not, let our roads, function very well. So
Honorable, as you can see this picture below here, you can have these ones a number of times, and they will not remove them, and the activities over here will have to halt. And you have to wait until they have removed all these spare parts from the road before activities can go on.
Okay, let's move on. Don't spend too much time.
So these are some of the pictures of the activities that we have carried out. They are on the macro, the widening of the Ofinsu Road, and then the Anumanji. This is the Anumanji overpass. Underneath, and then we have the runabout for the ground movement. Yeah, the same picture over here that we have enlarged over here. Currently, as we speak, surveys, pavement works are all ongoing. We have the surveys, we have the base as well as the binder. All these activities are all ongoing, intended.
Phase 1.
Yeah, this is phase 1. Honorable, let me bring our attention back to the fact that when this project started, we realized that with the coming in of the new government, they decided to undertake an outer ring road. The engineer quickly looked at its effects on the current project, and we realized that a number of the traffic that will otherwise be using the Suame interchange will be using the outer ring road. The engineer therefore carried out value for money audits, which that were rescoping.
It's a value engineering that was carried out, to ensure that we have good value for the money that we are spending. So we have moved this from the 4th tier that we had previously to 3rd tier, and the designs are currently ongoing. And I think that about a week or 2 ago we had approval from the Ministry of Roads and Highways for that work to be carried out. And maybe later on when we go, we'll talk about what that has yielded in terms of money and what that is also going to be used for, on the project.
Yeah. So for the 3-tier interchange, we have.
Okay, let's move on to.
Okay. So these are this is what do you call it, an artistic impression of the 3-tier interchange when it is completed. And then we have an underpass at Abipop. And we have an overpass also at Oforipro. Krofrom underpass section is here. And like the project director said, some of the savings that we have made from reducing it from 4 to 3, it will be used for the extension of the project from Abusuakrua to Akko.
About almost 14 kilometers, eh?
Yes, about 14 kilometers.
Let's look at the pier.
These are the pier activities, the number of piers works that have been done on Viaduct 1 as well as Viaduct 2. And we have pictures of some of the activities that have been done on phase 1. So here you can see some of the quality control measures that we did. We did a static flow test, and we have some of the files as well as park house activities that are ongoing. All are displayed over here. You can see some of the reinforcement being lowered into the drilling cases, and then after which we pour the concrete over it. So these are some of the activities that have been carried out on the phase 1. Thank you very much.
Okay, hold on.
Media, you are too close.
Maybe we can go there. But the lights in there.
Okay, and Thank you very much, Minister, for your dedication and the attention you have given to Suame interchange. That is the second or third time you have visited us, and every time you come, there is significant progress in terms of the work ongoing. And also, notably, we visit them at night, and they are practicing the 24-hour shifts that we encourage them to do so that they'll be able to complete many sections of the interchange. Again, we have received assurances from them that 3 of the overpasses will be ready by October this year. And also they showed to us the real changes that are going to be effected with regards to the traffic points that connect to the interchange, i.e. Abrebo Junction. It's a very heavily trafficked area, and we have the assurance that the redesigning will ensure that we have an underpass on that section. Another area of concern was the Kufum traffic light. And over there too, the re-engineering is going to help us with the approval and overpass over there too. The next area I didn't hear much about is the Mampong Road, which is the Tafu Suame Road, which I will plead with you that we have a relook at that space. It's a single lane which will absorb many of the traffic, especially when this project is completed. So I want to thank you. I want to assure you that every other challenge, as they have mentioned, many are new to me, especially with regards to the artisans. I'll get national security to intervene, but this is a key installation for us. So we would not allow a few people to destroy what has been done already or to retard the work progress. So I'll get national security to intervene. So we would instruct them and then we work with them so that we'll be able to protect the work that you are doing. If there are any other challenges whatsoever, don't wait for Minister to come. We are here to work with you at our level. Let us know so that we'll be able to provide a conducive environment for you to be able to have your work done. Minister, I'm sure you'll visit the other areas, but as part of the arterial routes within the Kumasi and the inner city, I want to thank you. Work is ongoing between the Bekwai to Santasi Runabout, Santasi Runabout to Ahonjo Runabout, then the Arc to Ahonjo Runabout. Then on the Anyang Kwanta road, the contractor is back on site and then working together with additional town roads within Bantama, Asia North. There's a hospital at Ofurikuru, and then the one around the UPNC area, there's a contractor, MJD, who has also started work over there. This is to help improve the traffic flow within the city. So I want to thank you for the work you are doing. And then we want to assure you that we will keep an eye on every project that is ongoing so we'll be able to complete in real time. Once again, welcome to Ashanti.
Thank you very much, Minister. And we want to thank Rango and then the consultant, Ping Pong team and then Evan Road for what they've done so far. Indeed, from the last time we were here, we have seen significant improvement. Now we have a date for possible completion of phase 2, which is the overpasses and then the internal road, which is end of October, where we are standing should be open to traffic. So surely Ashanti Mine will drive on this for Christmas. It will be left with phase 1, which is the main Suame interchange. And I'm happy the engineer explained why instead of 4, 3, and no one is losing a penny out of that. The savings that have been made because we are providing extra capacity. We are investing over 3 billion Ghana cedi extra to do the bypass. It means that when we save that money, it has given us the opportunity to build 14 kilometers of additional road within the metropolis. So no one is losing any money, rather we have added value. And another thing I need to point out clearly is that as a result, we do not need to pay the over 100 million Ghana cedi compensation because we wanted to plant the piers in the part of the Kumasi Mall. We do not need to do that now. So I encourage the Minister and the KMA to work together to see if we can settle that issue about whether anybody needed to be compensated. That issue is likely gone currently. The issue raised about my brothers trading around this place, maybe inadvertently destroying work done by the contractors. I'll just appeal to them. It is for you that this work is being done. So if the contractor carries out an activity, especially concrete work, and it's not set, and you step on it or you drive over it, you destroy the whole thing. And unfortunately, we are not paying the contractor for that kind of work. We are not going to give him extra work, money. So please don't impede or destroy the contractor's work. And I know with your leadership, we can work with our brothers and sisters traders who are also integral part of the economy of Kumasi to carry out the activity without destroying the work that has been done. We are very encouraged by the pace of the contractor, and almost all projects within Kumasi are back on track. We just went to Sewua, where Kwame is almost done with one leg of the approaches to the hospital, working towards the other one. Every project that has been abandoned in Kumasi, the contractors are back on site working, and we are paying them. We want to take the opportunity to thank all the contractors and all the stakeholders, including Nananum and everybody who is working together to make sure that these things are done. We want to thank the media, who has always been very frontal in drawing the attention of myself, my brother, the deputy minister, yourself, and everybody as to what is going on. As a result of that, I think every contractor is trying to do their best to complete these works on schedule. As I said elsewhere, President Mahama's vision for this country does not leave out any region or any community. He is determined to make sure that every community benefits from the low interest rate, the better, the stable, how do you call it, currency, and the bigger volume of gold we are selling. If you see these projects coming back to life, it is simply because of these three main things that we are doing. That when we see the interest rate is lower, when we see the exchange rate is stable, and when we say we sell more gold, it gives us the opportunity to come back and address all this. That is why he is able to pay over 23 billion to contractors. Much of that money is actually arrears owed. And I want to take the opportunity whilst I'm in Kumasi to again assure Asante Man that the Accra-Kumasi bypasses have never been abandoned. Indeed, the contractors parked off-site before 2024 election. Since then, we have completed one lot. Another contractor is back on site. 3 more wanted to go to site, and then they are being impeded by what we address as Sewua, which is a very unhelpful attitude of some of our compatriots to encourage project-affected people not to accept the valuation given to them, claiming that they can give them higher values. That attitude is not patriotic, and I will encourage everybody to resist. Else, as I said, we would call in Yoko to look into all the re-evaluation that have been done by these individuals. And I also encourage the public, when we have settled with you and we need the contractor to have the right of way to work, and the contractor has been paid, we cannot allow you under any circumstance to take weapons to the site to try to hurt the workers on site. The regional minister has promised to work with stakeholders, including any more aggrieved project affected person on Tuesday. And by the end of next week, let me get the answer to that. If it requires us to get the security services to give cover to the contractor to carry out the work, we shall do that. No human being, no one alone is capable of sitting on the right of our country. We are not actually collapsing anybody's business or taking away anybody's bedroom. So do not take undue advantage and think that in the name of democracy, you can misbehave. Because the same right that you have to misbehave, the security agencies have the responsibility to put you right. So by the close of next week, we shall give a directive to the contractor, which is Kofi, that is the Colombo bypass particularly. It's one of the most terrible sections if you are using the existing Accra-Kumasi bypass. We need to address that issue within this month. So by the close of next week, please brief me if you are able to reason with the few aggrieved persons. If you cannot, escalate it to our level and we'll take the necessary decisions to make sure Kovijo goes back to site and complete that section so that we can open that section. And the full scope of the Accra Kumasi bypasses would also be completed around the same time. We are hoping by the end of 2027. So we have not abandoned any existing project, and we are doing the same and then doing what President Mahama has talked about. We'll discuss issues about Accra Kumasi Expressway itself later. But I know as of today we have less than 20 kilometers to get to Kumasi. If that is completed, you can drive from Accra to Kumasi in less than 2 hours. That is a remarkable achievement by all of us in this country. It is not about NDC or MPP or Ashanti. It is about we making a statement that by the time Ghana turns 70 years old, we have done something in our lifetime that all of us will be proud of. That is President Mohammed's commitment to our country. So we want to thank everybody. We'll come and take over the phase 2, which is the 3 overpasses and internal roads end of October. Thank you very much.
Media, they are done. They are quite to nothing. And the moon chat is instead of them.
It's an abusua sabre there na me mo akwa abade about my live TV so you sha Rose Minister Honorable Kwame Governs Agbodza enene oba no ensrahye ewo Asante mantem hanom titiru ene ya kwan a chese nhyehyeye egu akwan mu omoguso na nya hanko ano baaye enimza ha no free macro eko Suame interchange MPP time no omutwa ahomam on the October 2022 omuchesa nkomo beye interchange ama se beye traffic bebrebe a ewo hanom afenso drivers for adwadifo mu nyina ho ahenhan wo mu no eno ho na sabre ya meka say de Rose Minister abepiemu eno enti na Rose Minister ebepiemu ewo Asante mantem hanoma ode nani eba no srahya chese obaye no gradually njuma no eguso a ekoso na contractors omo hanom nim say sa kwan we the interchange we omo sanka omo hye say 40 years na so no enam sikasem ene me nneɛma baako mmienu mmiɛnsa bi nti na ɔmo ate so de aba 3 tiers na 3 tiers no na minister de n'ani ba aprɔbɔ abɛhwɛ sɛ aso enyuma a ɔmo hyehyɛeɛ anaasɛ Suame interchange a ɔmo ka sɛ ɔmo yɛ no ɛkɔ so anaasɛ ɛnkɔ so na ɔbɛpie mu wɔ hanom sei no calendar a ɔmo de esi hɔnom akyerɛ enyuma pa a ɔmo gu so a ɔmo ɛyɛ na anakyɛ sɛ sɛdeɛ mekaeɛ no hyɛ egu akwan mu a ɔmo gu so a ɔmo ɛyɛ ɔmo kyerɛ a ɛyɛ anoma angye kwan no ɔmo agu so ɛna afei nso Suame interchange na ankasa no overhead no ɔmo ayɛ yɛ kaa mmienu na akɛseɛ baako ɛwɔ ɛyɛ macro na wokɔ w'anim so a baako nso ɛwɔ Suame post office hɔnom ɛna afei nso ɔmo san so ɛyɛ baako nso wɔ Suame roundabout hɔnom ankasa na sɛsɛ ameka sɛ deɛ wohwɛ mmienu ɛna saa bere ɔmo atimi a ɔmo gu so a ɔmo ɛyɛ asɛsie no woba hanom a ɛna baabi egyina yi deɛ ɛyɛ soro overhead ne soro na pampa mu ɛna saa bere egyina akyɛ sɛ nnwuma no egu so a ɛkɔ so nti ne nsraba a ɛyɛ Rose Minister ɛde n'ani ɛba bɛhwɛ ɛba a ɛyɛ Asante mantam hanom ne deɛ na kyɛ sɛ ndwuma no egu so a kyɛ sɛ ɛkɔ so na ɛnyɛ hanko a ɛna ɔbaa yɛ mɛka sɛ ɔkɔ Sewua ofiri Sewua ɛnso ɛna ɔkɔ Kona ɛhɔ nso akwan a ɛkɔ so wɔ hɔ nom nyinaa ɔde n'ani ɛkɔkɔhwɛ hɔ nom and this is not the first time a minister abɛpie mu ha no daabi wei ɛka ho a bɛyɛ sɛ mpra mmiɛnsa sɛ mpra mmienu ɛna waba ha nom sɛ ɛde n'ani aba abɛbɔ aprɔbɔ ahwɛ nnwuma pa a kyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ Asante mantam ha nom ɛkwan a egu ha nom ɔmo gu so a ɔmo ɛyɛ no ntina mama lafte yɛpie mu ha nom a yɛde ne nyinaa aba abɛsom wɔ saa bere a meka sɛ deɛ ɛyɛ minister de n'ano de sɛm ɛne rango mpanimfoɔ ɔmo da no ɔmo nso so nnwuma pa ɔmo nso ɔmo gu so ɔmo yɛ ɔmo akyerɛkyerɛ biribiara mu ɛde akyɛ ɔmo kyerɛ asiesie na ɔmo de 24 hours economy ɛde hyɛ mu ɛne sɛ kyɛ sɛ anadwo bere nyinaa no ɔmo de nnwuma ɛbɛhyehyɛ so nti no yɛhwɛ a ɛyɛ Ashanti regional minister ɛyɛ Dr. Frank Amakɔhene ɛka ho bi ɛna kyɛ sɛ ɔmo ɛbɛpie mu ɛwɔ hanom sɛ nti wɔkyerɛ a wɔse mpofiri mu anadwo bere ɔmo de ɔmo ani ɛba abɛhwɛ sɛ anadwo adwuma no ɛkɔ so anaasɛ sɛ nti no Mama Love TV ɛno ɛna yɛafa biribiara live ɛwɔ hanom a yɛde ɛsom wɔ ɛwɔ hanom sɛ so wadaro ma oba live is so na wa share wa like wo do comment at comment section hɔ no ɛfa ɛyɛ Suame interchange asabe ɛkɔso ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Asante mantam ha no ma gradually ɔmogu so a ɔmo ɛyɛ sɛsie no oba ha no ma first sɛ de na adwamfoɔ no titiro mazifoɔ no wɔn ɛyɛ dede sɛ mfuturo ɛgu ɔmo so ɛna a whole lot sabe deɛ ɔmogu so a ɔmo yɛ sɛ bɛyɛ saa ne nyinaa no ebetimi ɛgyae Ati na busa afa na waka me ho na me ka usa hanom Mama Love TV. Aha, said the me di kan e kan ye no Minister of Roads and Highways and obepie mu e wa hanom Honorable Kwame Governs Agbodza. Aha, busa mo fa nche mambo ni ya. Ono ne no ode nani ebebo waba ensrahye e wo Asante Mantem hanom e wo akwan ahodro e wo Asante Mantem hanom a cheso muguso a omo eye no busia ha ntina ene okọ eye Sewua ekwan no so ho no mo ekokọ de nani ekokọ hwa ade aso nhyehyeye ene nniama a ekoso no aso omuguso eye adwuma ana nso se enye ne sa omunye adwuma ode nani kɔhwɛ ho no mo ewie ya na oba eye Suame interchange eno eye kwan kese pa kyese wa Asante Mantem hanoma obia eni eda so se sa kwan we ebetimi awie na kyese edwadifo drivers a ewo Kumasi hanom se ehu ahenha mo na ye ka Suame runabout munim se udu Suame runabout ewo Kumasi emfinfini. Said the mechanic Suame runabout biaya kyese ewo Kumasi emfinfini kyese wo free Sunya wenchi eba techima eba Suame runabout na aba besoe wo mo efri enkran efa edwoso eba mo befa Suame runabout wo mo kyese efri sofo light kyese ye ka Suame runabout dia na ye ka say center a ewo Kumasi ha runabout nyen center enti no eba no sa cars ankese atakreta efa entos jene and a whole lot no edwadifo cars ankese ni nyina Suame runabout ro mu nyina efa enti no said the 2022 October mu sa breno na ye na nadoda nkwa Akufuadro na wote edwamu as Ghana president wono ene twa ahomam a wo ye say sa Suame runabout mo bebie mu na cheso maye ni interchange kese pa je se ye ka Kumasi hanoma eno ebeye kese pa na hyehyeye egu akwan mu na chese na nka ebeye 40 years aha sa na nka hyehyeye no etie na so no enam Omampani John Dramani eba betna so na ohwe asikasam ene nniema bi ninti na wo say 40 years omote so e de ba 3 years the 3 years no Omampani John Dramani Mahama ene Rose Minister eye ne hye say rangofo ejai adwuma na so eka wo ho no bi omohwe so ombe settle bibia say be ye adwumayefo no ebeba adwuma mu na omo ahye adwuma ase say be ye kwan no mu beda ho matimamfo enso ye ho ahenhan ye na busua sa bre ya meka say die gradually say de meka ye no mekwan no muguso a omo interchange no omuguso a omo ye rangofo dane dan nyina mo kwan so akese omuguso a omo ebo adwuma gidigidi a omo hwese nyankopon adomodia Suame interchange no metimi awie na ma adwadifo drivers for ehu ahenha no na minister de nani eba propo eba behwe ye fise wontimi entena nkran ko entena office enhwe bukum anase enhwe pepam da bi entena yesimu nti otu anamo ebeba mbiaye akese yaye no hyehyeye se ye omo ye ekwan no ama bibia akoso nti na nti ena obepie mu ewo Suame interchange ha no mo ne rangofo mpanifo eba be hia ya sa abere ameka se die nkomo bia ho no bia no omo edi omo kyese nyame aya adom ekwan no gradually omuguso a omo ye ba hanom ye de yeni edi adanse se interchange ne de me de mahu kese pa mienu de sa abrede omuguso a omo ya ba kompo apampamu na sa abre ye gina kyese hye egu akwan ma enche bia akra no Suame interchange kwan so ebe kama adwadifo na mfuturo bom niema na omo demonstration ahodro wo Kumasi hanom nyina enche kra omo nyina eho ebe hehia omo ama bibia akosotote eno nti na Mama Love TV bepie mu wo hanom ti video no kwa back obon se minister de na no the same de to dwa na afensa Ashanti regional minister Dr. Frank Ama ohene so no de na no the same to edwa je se wɔka nsɛm pii ɛwɔ ahanom ɛsɛn now
no, my love, now, dear. Oh, okay. So, let's check this. Oh, nice one. What was it? More subscribers, right? Watch hours. 118. Wow. See, I mean, you're not in your pay water. We share comments. Oh, damn, that's how fun. Not because of the YouTube. Once I complain, we are not doing baby, we pay YouTube for.